This section covers the configuration done for all player terminals. To begin, verify the locale setup and hit Save and Continue. Ensure that the time and date on the terminal is correct and select Save and Continue. In the machine screen, input the serial ID and asset ID for the cabinet and save. Under the device screen, verify the connected devices and click Continue. Verify the cabinet limits and continue. Save and continue on the ION network screen. Under the Game Setup screen, select the game theme to open the player terminal configuration. Input the ETS server address. This will be the IP address of the ETS server set up previously. By default, this is set to 10.0.100.1. Hit Test Connection. Verify that the terminal connection to the ETS server is successful. Input the terminal ID. This ID is based on which position the player terminal is in the pod. Caution: ensure that there are no duplicate IDs, as this may cause the player terminal to fail to connect to the ETS server. Set the camera stream protocol to NDI. Hit Save and Exit. Configure the protocol setup. This concludes the player terminal setup. This section covers table configuration for the Auto Roulette themes to be played. Note: the terminal table configuration only needs to be done once. Once configured, all terminals should have the server tab populated with the server controls. Before you begin, navigate to the Starlight menu and join the Starlight network. This will ease in the table configuration. Note: the network can be joined either secured or unsecured, as long as the setting is consistent between all terminals. Navigate to the ETG menu and click on Server tab. Under the Central Display, configure the display information. Note: if a controller on the network was found, the Central Display information should automatically fill in. Set the camera protocol to HDMI. Hit Save and Continue. Under the dealer terminal, set the dealer ID to 1. Note: this dealer ID terminal is different from the terminal ID. Set the device IP to the IP address of the Auto Roulette wheel. By default, this is set to 10.0.100.10. Under Progressive, ensure all progressive information is filled in and no errors show on the bottom left. Before proceeding, we will configure the Auto Roulette table. Important: this configuration is order sensitive. The Auto Roulette table needs to be configured after the dealer terminal step, but before the progressive step. There are various pay tables, rules, and settings that can be configured for each Auto Roulette pod. For this video, we will configure a 3-table setup consisting of Roulette, Roulette X, and Power X. In the admin console on the ETS server, navigate to the table config and select the Roulette gaming table. To be able to run multiple tables with the same wheel, click on Create Virtual Table. Select the newly created virtual table and select the desired Roulette X pay table. Note: the configuration user interface may be limited depending on the jurisdiction configuration. Press OK to save. Select the main Roulette table again and click on Create Virtual Table. Select the newly created virtual table. Select a felt cover for the table. And select the desired PowerX pay table. Navigate to Chip Settings and click on Override Zone Settings. Press OK to save. The Auto Roulette tables are now configured. Return to the player terminal and hit Create Link. Verify that the link was created successfully. Hit Finish. The table can now be opened to test play. This concludes the server table configuration. To set the camera in the ETS server, navigate to the camera configuration, select New, enter the IP address of the camera. In this case, the camera is set to 10.0.100.40. Set the name to IDA-NDI. In the main table, make sure to set Camera 1 and Camera 2 to IDA-NDI. Select OK. The camera is now set up on the ETS server. Ensure that all terminals are joined on the Starlight network. Navigate to Starlight Configuration. Select the controller to configure. Select the Obsidian Auto Roulette content and ensure that the configuration matches the layout. In this case, we are installing a 6-pod configuration. In the Select EGM section, select all terminals in the pod. Ensure that the terminals are selected in the order they are configured in the pod, as the selection order will affect the emotive lighting animation. Confirm your selection and launch the content. Once launched, you should see the sign update to show the Starlight content. To set up the central display, log into the admin console. Navigate to the Display Terminal config and select the display terminals to be configured. Select which game themes are to be displayed on the central display and press OK. The central display should now show the selected game themes. This concludes Part 3 of the Obsidian Auto Roulette software installation.